Hey! The other day I went up to my girlfriend. I said, you know, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house. See, she wanted a little one because hers was as big as a house.
Yeah!
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka the mayor of Otisburg, with my co-host.
This is Eli, aka the Bug Stomper.
That'll work. Yep. And we are back with the episode. And yeah, just want to, Eli, you know that what they always say on the news all the time, we live in uncertain times. So this is one of those uncertain times where, you know, we just had another holiday got paid. So I like to wish everybody happy time and a half day. Whoever worked. And
There you go.
Yeah, if you didn't work and, you know, you didn't want to celebrate, didn't want to acknowledge, we can still talk about it anyway. The 4th of July just passed. Boom. Dun, 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 dun.
You got your flag upside down.
Oh shit.
Trigger warning. Pussies.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that, because we got the 4th of July just passed, and people are so conflicted about the 4th of July right now. Like, should we celebrate it? Should we not celebrate it? Because of everything that's going on right now. People are, you know, we're woke now. You know, Eli, we talk about this every, like, did you celebrate the 4th this year?
I went to a barbecue.
Okay, so you weren't guilt tripping to do anything, so
No, I saw some I saw some of my family I hadn't seen since like the winter because of the quarantine. But we did social distance, you know, everybody brought their own chairs and we practiced social distancing, and you know, but yeah, I lit off fireworks, you know, blew some shit up.
So you did the whole thing, okay? Because all right, let me just say something in the Black community that we're getting guilt tripped into not celebrating the 4th of July now. Like it's always been a thing, but it's really ramping up now. And my thing is like, what's wrong with celebrating the 4th of July? If you want to celebrate the 4th of July, do it. What I get sick of is when you do have the 4th of July and you barbecuing and you grilling and all stuff like that, and you got that one woke militant cousin telling everybody this ain't your holiday, you know this, and you 3/4 into it, but then they still got their hands out looking for a barbecue plate.
Yeah.
Like, pick a struggle. You can't do both. You're gonna be woke or you're gonna be hungry, one or the other. So that's my thing about that. But we need to get past it. It's okay to celebrate. Here's the thing: I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can celebrate the 4th and I can celebrate Juneteenth. I can do both. It's not illegal to do both.
Yeah.
We celebrate other people's holidays all the time. Cinco de Mayo come around, I have some barrel on my hand, drink tequila, dancing like a motherfucker. I don't care. St. Patrick's Day, I'm wearing a Kiss Me I'm Irish shirt, and I'm not 1/5 of Irish. I don't care. I'm wearing this shit. So that's okay to celebrate, because here's the thing about America. And I wish I had my theme, you know, that America, the shining sea. I'm about to go with American speech, Eli.
Okay. I love to hear this.
Here's my American speech. Now, the thing is, what is the American dream? Like, what are we as Americans? Now, the one thing that defines us as Americans more than anything else is that we are a melting pot. We are all kind of cultures, all kind of races, all kind of religions, everything that, and the reason America was found because of that. So we're just all in one lump sum, just one pot, just put here in one place. Is there conflicts? Is there, you know, friction because of that? Absolutely. It's been friction since we started this nation. It's here now. Will it ever end? We don't know, but that's just the way it is now. And you got this group of people that just want. Oh, you playing the American Dream music?
I'm trying to find a link. I was going to share the link, but I can't find it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play me a theme song in the background, but anyway.
I wasn't listening. You lost me. You lost me at America.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back to America. So you got all these melting pots here. You got all these melting pots. Everybody, there's a small group that wants to say what a real American is, and this is American, this is America. And the people that want to boycott the 4th of July want to say they're not America because of America's history. But we're here now. We all came here fucked up ways. We're here now. So celebrate America because it's where you are. You can't go anywhere else. I'm sorry. We can't go back to Africa. They don't want us. So we're here.
And
so
I ain't from anywhere else anyway. So
right. You should be kicking us out. I wish somebody would tell Eli, go back to where you came from.
Well, that's what they were doing at Mount Rushmore this weekend. Telling all the fucking res Indians to go back to whatever the country they were from.
Right. Like real Americans. So that's my thing with America. Like I said, if you're watching this right now, whether your race, whether your religion, whether whatever, you're an American, you are an American. Nobody can tell you differently unless you were born here, then you're not American. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, you're an American, Leroy. That should Webster's dictionary.
Yes.
That should be you.
I was born in America.
Definition of American is you.
Right.
That should go in the dictionary. A picture of an American.
I really wish I had the American music playing right now, in the background. So I could really be super patriotic. Before we move on, anything you wanted to add? Because that's all I had.
I just think of that what Chris Rock said about like America is like, the uncle that molested you but also put you through college.
I remember that one.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Happy 4th.
Happy belated 4th. Look, celebrate all the holidays. If nothing else, you got time and a half and you got a day off. Celebrate that. You don't have to fly the flag there, but at least barbecue. No, more American news. Eli, because we got to talk about this also. This is some crazy shit that just happened. Apparently on Twitter yesterday, not happy in America. On Twitter yesterday, yes, we had an announcement for another presidential candidate. And who is more presidential than Kanye West? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeezy for president. Yeezy 2020. Now, let's get it off America. Let's go to Yeezy. Or maybe we should leave it in America. I don't know. Now, here's my thing about this. This is stupid. But people are saying this is a distraction from what we're doing. I know it's stupid. But the thing is, people are saying this is a distraction. What's going on? Let me get back to no, we need this. We need this right now. Because we are so uptight and everything is so tense right now. We need just some stupid shit to just laugh at for a second. And that's what this is. That's what we need to treat this as, just stupid shit that we just need to laugh at. Because at the end of the day, this is nothing. Because before I get into the whole thing, because yes, Kanye, apparently he doesn't know that you can't just tweet out you're going to run for president. You actually have to file paperwork. You have to have a platform. You have to have a political party. You just can't just up and just say, and especially like a few months before the polls closed, because some states have already closed. You can't even run. So this is all just smoke to me. Obviously, Kanye has a new clothing line or album, or the Kardashians, the new TV reality show coming out, whatever. He's promoting that. He's not going to run for president. But, Eli, what if he did? That's the scenario.
And he ran for a Republican? What if he was the Republican Party?
Right, this Republican Party or whatever he was. Let's just spin this narrative. Like I said, it's not real. It's just fake, but people just running with stuff like that. But let's say if Kanye West did run for office. Now, first off, people are saying, "Oh, you can't have a mentally unstable, egomaniac billionaire with no political history run for president." That's what we have now. So, but if Kanye West actually ran for president and people actually took him seriously, which nobody does, like I said, if some people took him seriously, the people that will not take him seriously is the people that vote for Trump. Because the people that are going to the polls to vote for Trump have already decided they're going to vote for Trump and they're going to vote for anybody else but President Trump or Donald Trump or 45, whatever you want to call him. So if he does run and anybody takes him seriously, all he's going to do is take away votes from Joe Biden. Yeah. Because people are, Trump's camp are sold on Trump. Nobody's really sold on Biden.
That's how the right wing stick together.
Right. And that's the thing.
What they got going.
Right.
The Republican Party, the GOP, they know it's all about money.
Right.
They know it's all about where we're spending money. That's all we pretty much vote for. And that's why they keep voting for their party. They stick together, unlike the left, who are very idealistic, but it's a flawed system that runs on money, and the left try to hold each other to standards that no one could meet, and they forget that it's about money. And that's why we ain't got any.
Right. We were trying to get it, but you got these presidents just making all kind of, Biden says he's going to give us reparations. We know he's not going to give us reparations.
That shit ain't going to happen. Yeah,
that shit ain't going to happen. But it sounds good.
Yeah,
I want my 40.
He wants the job. The president is nothing but a dude who has a job, making suggestions where money is spent. That's all they do. That's all.
Right.
They're not going to buy you a birthday present. They're not going to come to your Christmas party. They're just a motherfucker who is voting for where your taxes are spent. That's all. But people try to treat the president like you're voting for your best friend. You're not.
Right.
It's just another asshole who has a job that you don't want.
Right. Pick your poison, basically.
Yeah.
So back to what I was saying before. Let's say if Kanye West was serious and people actually took him serious. Like I said, Trump supporters are not going to take him seriously, even though he's just a clown and a mascot. That's all they think of him as. He's going to take away from Joe Biden's votes. So all that's going to do is just guarantee that Trump wins again.
Yeah. Well, Trump is going to win again anyways. We know.
True. But I'm just saying that just guarantees it. If he runs, this is going to guarantee you win it. And you can almost say, like, since last year, Kanye was a Trump supporter. I'm pretty sure the only reason he stopped doing it because it was hurting his business. But I mean, if anything, Trump probably put him up to this. Because he got Elon Musk backing him. He probably think he got some other billionaire backing him and stuff like that. It's not serious. Just saying, go ahead and do it.
All the rich folks stick together.
That's what it is. And he's put himself in the class. Now that he's a billionaire, he's put himself in that class also.
Yeah, he's up there too. He makes them look like they're not racist. He's their token mascot.
Right. Yeah. Well, he make racists feel good about themselves.
Yeah. Trump's like, I'm not racist. Kanye's my friend.
Here's my black friend. Like, no.
Yeah.
And this should prove to you that black people didn't just vote for Obama just because he's black. Because we saw this shit with Kanye. We were like, nope.
Yeah.
Not like we're going to vote for him just because Kanye West. No.
Yeah. I mean, Obama was smart, knew what he was doing. It wasn't like, we were voting for fucking Flavor Flav. Yeah.
Right. Because that's basically what it is. I mean, voting for Kanye is like voting for Black Trump, basically. You back in the same boat you were before. Like, no, I don't need it. Yeah. So like I said, it's funny, it's hilarious, it's a tweet, it means nothing. Everybody can calm down. And for the people that are saying that if he did run, they're gonna vote for him, you're a dumbass. You really, I'm just gonna say that just like it is. Like, white, black, whoever you are, why are you gonna? And please, even if he was taken seriously, don't vote for him. Don't just throw your vote away, because if any vote you just throw for any write-in candidate, it doesn't count.
No,
it really, because that person has no chance of winning.
Yeah, didn't something like 1,000 people voted for Harambe last time?
Yeah, exactly.
You stupid fuckers.
Right, you just throw it away and vote for the. It's funny, but now we're in a situation right now.
I'm going to protest against the government and vote for Harambe, you stupid fucker.
You dumbasses. Oh, man. This is why the whole world has quarantined us.
Yeah.
Mexico has locked us out.
Yeah, they built a wall.
They built a wall.
They built a wall for us.
Oh, shit. Next topic. Let's lighten the mood up a little bit. So now we're going to talk about BVS. I guess we're going to talk about BVS a little bit. The reason we're going to talk about BVS... It's simple. I know it's simple that we're going to move on. Reason I'm saying it because HBO Max has actually replaced BVS with the BVS Ultimate Edition. So the theatrical version is no longer on there anymore. It's just the Ultimate Edition, which I think is pretty cool for HBO Max. And putting this information up, Eli, you'd be surprised how many people haven't seen the Ultimate Edition. So it has me thinking, like, is it going to change people's opinion about the movie? And it fix some plot holes. It's a little bit longer, rated RE. I don't know. It could. But anyway, another thing I want to just bring up also, because I actually got something in the email the other day. when I got an email, since I have DCU, they sent me DC sent me an email saying I can get HBO Max at $5 extra. I'm like, huh.
You know, I have HBO now, but I don't
think you do. I don't think you do. I thought it went away.
I don't know. But I was like, I went on it the other night and I was like, where's all this like Looney Tunes and shit and crap that's supposed to be? I didn't see any of it. So is it like a separate app or some shit?
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be HBO Max. But the thing is, HBO Max was supposed to have replaced it. Okay, so I think we need to talk about what's the difference between HBO Max, HBO Now, and HBO Go. What's the difference? Because people are confused about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So HBO Go is the app you can download that you don't need like a cable service. You can just watch HBO and that's it. But from what I remember hearing is that I thought they replaced HBO Go with HBO Now. Now HBO Now is that if you have the cable service, you can say, actually no, they replaced HBO Now, HBO Go. That's what they did. So you have the cable service, you no longer have HBO Now. It's just HBO Max, and HBO Max is the same price as what HBO Now was. So Eli, so you have HBO Go right now, so you don't get Looney Tunes and BBS Ultimate Cut and all this other bullshit like that. But I think you might be able to switch over for free. But I think you have to actually like subscribe or sign in or some bullshit
shit.
Like
yeah, because I ain't paying for another thing.
I mean, at this point, they're like giving this shit away for free, so you might as well just watch it.
I don't need to watch another half-hour BBS.
But it's got badass in it.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. Like,
I didn't see any more of that.
And this thing, I didn't even want to see. I didn't even want to watch HBO Max, anything like that. But when I saw $5 extra a month, and I'm already paying for DCU, it's like, well, shit, might as well, you know. So I'll think about it.
You still don't know if like the comics are going to be a part of that shit or what.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because DCU right now is still going. They hadn't said anything whether they're going to shut it down or not. It's still up and running, still going. But everybody keeps rumoring that it's going to shut down. I don't know. I don't think they're going to shut it down. I think they're going to keep it going.
Well, I mean, you got Marvel Unlimited, so they might as well at least keep the comic shit on there, you know.
But the thing is with the comic shit is that all they're doing is that they're just taking Comixology Unlimited format and files and just dumping it on there. So why don't they just make everything on DCU Unlimited with Comixology Unlimited? If they really want to do that, I mean, they could.
You know.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm just
saying, like Marvel's got an app. You know, DC should have an app too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, to sell comics. I mean, even though, you know, a lot of people, it's not a selling point for a lot of people, but it's nice to have those comics on there. I wait every Tuesday for a new comic to drop on DCU. Like it's going to be a new Batman book, a Superman book, a Justice League book. It came out 6 months ago, but it's new to me. Mm-hmm. So I read. I mean, I've read some on there. I've read so much stuff on there that I've never would have read before. So it's worth it to me, but it's worth it to me because, like I said, I'm a DC guy. And plus, Eli, when I'm at work and I'm just bored, I would just throw on Batman animated series and just watch just a random episode. I mean, that shit never gets boring to me, but that's me. Like I said, DC Universe is tailor-made to a certain market, a certain demographic, certain target. It's not going to be made for the casual audience. And I don't think it was ever made for that, you know? So that's what I like. Before we move on, I do want to talk about the Satana shit. It may or may not be true. May not be real. But I have to say it, because like I said, Eli, we have a platform. I have to say this. Look, DC, I know you fuck up. I know you do a lot of stupid shit. But all you have to do to make this shit work is just cast Alexandra Daddario as Zatanna. Whatever she wants, give it to her. Back a dump truck of money up to her. Look, offer me to her. It's okay. Whatever you have to do to get her on the roll. And you will have money. You have bootloads and buttloads of money. And then you can transition to Justice League, whatever the hell you want to do.
What if they get a female director who's all woke and shit and puts pants on her?
Look. God damn it, Eli. You had a fucking...
You know what's going to happen and shit.
Baggy pants and shit.
We decided not to go with the male gaze. And
they're like, shut the fuck up, man.
They're going to get the chick from Ugly Betty to play her. And
you know, the thing is, that chick actually hot when you put her out of the Ugly Betty makeup or whatever, but still. But yeah, okay. So then it would get me excited. Yes, Alexandra Daddario is playing her. And he just put in like baggy clothes and shit. The the woke version of Zatanna and shit. Like, yeah, that would completely ruin the mood. That's some DC shit they would do.
I'm trying to share. Okay, I'm sharing the link out now. Keep going. I'm just.
Oh no, because we're about to move on. I've talked all I want to about Zatanna. It's look, Cass Alexander Dario. That's it. I will settle for what's that chick's name?
Alexandria. Yeah.
No, not her. It's another one, but she's Spanish. Ava something. I can't remember her name. I know she was in Blade Runner. She was in Knives Out. I just saw Knives Out.
Oh, that chick. Oh, yeah,
that chick.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is. If you can't get her. She's hot right now. So, anyway, so we're ready to move on to the other shit because this is gonna take a minute. This is gonna take a minute. Okay. So now, Time Magazine. Since we're on the woke subject right now, Time Magazine went and dropped some information, dropped some news, and they wanted to talk about, well, your boy Dean Cain.
My boy, shit. I never watched an episode of that shit, so that's your boy.
Okay, so it's my boy. Look, I was into it. He was look. Anyway, Dean Cain, and it's not just Dean Cain. Actually, we're not even gonna talk about Dean Cain because Dean Cain's an idiot. We're actually gonna talk about Time Magazine. Time Magazine actually dropped an article that was basically posting that superheroes are cops with capes. That's what they were saying right now. Where was I looking for that thing? I can't find it. And so here we go. That's what I'm looking for. So superheroes are cops with capes. And they're basically saying that since all this stuff is going on about cops and how cops are facing a negative light, are we going to do anything with reforms on superheroes? Because at the end of the day, superheroes are basically cops. They all work for somebody. The Avengers work for S.H.I.E.L.D., the Justice League work for whatever the fuck. And they just go out and just do whatever the hell they want to. And basically went on about how people are making movies like it's all just white superheroes and it's all just white directors and all just white writers, other than a Blade and a Black Panther and a Miles Morales here and there. But, that's basically a fly in the milk, So, Eli, did you want to, because you said you wanted to go there. I want to see how far we can go before.
Oh, it depends. I mean, we can go everywhere, man. I live there.
I know you live there. I don't want to know how, because I got some stuff I want to say, but I don't know if I want to say it. That's the thing about this. First,
okay, yeah. Cops are heroes on TV.
They are. There's like a million cop shows on TV.
And in the movies, there's cops are heroes.
But at the same time, people are criticizing cops for that too. Like, for instance, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's a comedy cop show, and people are saying that's irresponsible. Like, how's that irresponsible? I mean, sometimes it's just the office in with the NYPD.
Yeah, and they address issues. I know Terry Crews ain't cool, right? He's kind of in the doghouse right now.
I'm glad you made the disclaimer because I was about to.
Yeah. But there was an episode where he got stopped by a white cop, and all they addressed that racial profile,
which he said it actually happened to him in real life. That's why they wrote the episode.
Yeah, so they do address issues on the show, but it's comedy. Yes, it's cathartic. We laugh. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just got to put a smile on your face, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But but as far as Dean Cain, he's a cop in Idaho. The fuck
yes, that's what he said. Let's show Dean Cain for a second. Is this your Superman?
Fuck is he doing? And he's like
he's
breaking up.
Idaho. What the fuck,
he ain't doing shit, but like breaking up senior ditch day and like writing parking tickets and shit.
Right. And how he got attached to Fox News, I have no idea. Now here's the thing about Dean Cain. Now he got upset because he's saying that if he was to play Superman in 2020, he couldn't say truth, justice in the American way. So he's upset about that. I'm like, dumbass, do you know Superman's not even American? He's a legal immigrant. I mean, shit, he's here on the false pretenses. So that's my whole thing about that. It just is, so that's why they kind of moved away from that, because at the same time they want Superman to be an American. They don't want him to have like a nationalist feel to him, which I understand, especially since he's a global fiction. He move around. So fuck, man, he's an immigrant, man. Just go with it. Now, does he have a point about this Time Magazine? Now, the thing about this Time Magazine article, and that's the thing, Eli, when we talk about Fox News, who is far right, and you got the other media that's far left, I do think this article is far left. I think this article is just like shitting on cops. I think that.
Yeah.
And I think you're going a little bit too far. I mean, because yes, we understand we're in a uncertain times right now, shit like that. But we don't need to go around just shitting on cops left and right. Now I do want to say this because I know people are looking at me crazy right now. I do want to say this. I do feel like, yes, a bad apple spoils the bunch. I do feel like the good apples need to hold the bad apples accountable because I do feel like the really supposedly good cops are way too quiet about the shit going on right now.
Yeah.
So I do feel about that. That's an issue. Now, are they saying, Eli, I think I'm gonna go there.
Go there. Let's go.
I'm gonna go there. Okay, so let's talk about superheroes for a second. Now we talked about cops and we talked about superheroes, and people get talking about like all superheroes are white, other than like a Blade and a Black Panther and whatnot, stuff like that. And why is that the case? Now, notice I have Punisher in the background, and like I said, we know that Punisher has had his issues in the comics and history, how cops have like used Punisher skulls on their outfits and stuff like that. And, we try to make sure that that doesn't, reflect what cops are thinking. But at the same time, Punisher is a vigilante. Batman is a vigilante.
Yes.
They go out of their way to work outside the law. They wear masks to cover their face to exact justice how they see fit. Now, in real life, Eli, who does that remind you of? I'll give you a hint.
The KKK?
The KKK. I told you I was going to go there.
Hey, that's what they said on the Watchmen TV show.
I'm going there too. Don't get mad at us. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
We look like, of course you would say that. We're not the ones that came up with this idea. Yeah. This guy did. Alan Moore was the one that did that. I told you, Eli, I was going to go there. So he's the one that came up with that idea. He's the one that wrote The Watchmen. And it wasn't just The Watchmen, because when they did the HBO show, they went there also. The superheroes are cops in that show. Flat out.
And the superheroes and the cops are on the same team.
They're on the same team. Some of them are good, some of them bad, but the point is they're on the same team. Now, the thing is, and I'm going to show it again, what Alan Moore was trying to say with Watchmen, he was saying, when you have people in charge and you have people that are over other people and nobody is watching them, they will abuse their power.
That's the point of the Watchmen.
That's the point of the Watchmen. I know a lot of you missed it. I know y'all a lot was like, Rorschach is so cool. He's like Batman, but like more badass. You completely missed the point of the character. He was supposed to be a racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic asshole that wrote to all these right-wing conservative news sites.
Like Breitbart and shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That was his thing. So he was problematic. He's supposed to be a problematic hero. They wrote him as a problematic hero, but people kind of missed the point on that. So yes, you can almost say, Eli, I'm gonna go there. Like I hate I can give you disclaimers, but I just got to go there because you can make that argument that yes, superheroes, crime fighting, and vigilante is rooted fundamentally in white supremacism. Just saying.
There you go.
Look at Batman. I know I keep saying I shit on Batman.
Yeah, you shit on Batman all the time, but yeah. Yes, Batman. Yeah, Batman is fictional. But if you bring him into the real world, then he sucks. So he sucks
because the thing is, you look at Batman, and the thing is, like some writers actually take it there with Batman. They look at him through that lens because at the end of the day, he is a 1%er with mental issues that goes down to the hood and beats the shit out of poor people, the disenfranchised, and the mentally ill.
Yeah.
So that's what he does in his spare time when he could be using his money as Bruce Wayne to take that same money to the hood and fund those places and build jobs and build schools and build neighborhoods and build houses down there. But there's no fun in that.
That's a boring ass comic book.
That's a boring ass comic. It's more fun to beat the shit out of people.
Yeah,
and then go back to his ivory tower where he can look down on the rest of Gotham. But he's safe in his neighborhood. So that can be problematic in itself, So like I said, Andy, we can keep going down the road. It's just like that. We can go with Daredevil. He's a lawyer at night, and in the nighttime, he decides to go beat the shit out of people. He's blind. Yeah. So we can keep going.
He breaks the law too. He's breaking the law to fix his court, and he's a lawyer.
Right.
So he's fixing his own cases. That's why I love my thing about the Punisher is he points out the hypocrisy in superheroes who don't kill.
Right. I think even in the Netflix show, they even went there. Like Daredevil actually let a guy, like he lost the case on purpose.
Yeah.
So he could beat the shit out of the guy.
So he can beat the shit out of the guy. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Afterward.
but you know, Punisher will do what those killers, what those heroes won't, as far as, you know, crossing the lines. Like you know, Punisher will kill the criminal, whereas like Batman and Superman, Spider-Man, all these self-righteous heroes who don't kill, they leave the criminal's fate up to the flawed system that
created them in the first place.
Created them in the first place. And that's
Right.
that's why they're out. That's why Daredevil and Batman are out there doing their shit, because they know it's a flawed system. So
right.
You know,
I mean, you got to think about it. You got a guy that get arrested, get 25 years for smoking weed. You know, now that's on his record. Now he can't get a job. Now you got to go out and rob, steal, and do other crazy shit, you know, to support his family. So that's when Batman and Superman and Daredevil and everybody else comes and just beat the shit out of him when he got arrested for some bullshit to begin with.
Oh, we got a comment.
We got a comment. Who we got?
Yeah. It really does feel like Punisher will canceled and turned into a Daredevil villain, and his supporting cast will be giving to Daredevil as well. He's talking about
he was a Spider-Man villain to begin with.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a Spider-Man villain to begin with. They just decided to turn him into an anti-hero type character.
Rambo was big, and they're like, "Hey, we need a guy with guns," because Marvel's all about fresh ideas.
Vigilantism was big back then in the 70s, because there was actually, like, when we talk about Death Wish, but I mean like a real life vigilante, and that's the thing I want to talk about, because like Death Wish was inspired by this guy that was on the subway that was going around shooting people. I can't remember his name. He was on the subway.
Getz?
What was his name?
Bernard Getz, that guy.
It sounds familiar. You might be right. You might be right. So he was on the subway, you know, shooting people, and then he became a hero. You know, he became a hero. They were like, we need more vigilantes in the street, nothing like that. But then they started analyzing who he was shooting. It was nothing but black people. And the thing was, he was actually going out of his way to shoot black people. You know, that may or may not even been screwing with him. You know, so that's the thing, in the rooted in vigilantism when you're doing this stuff. Like, is it right to take the law into your own hands? Because yes, Batman sounds cool on paper, but if somebody was to really do that shit, that would be scary. You know. So. And
as far as Dean Cain pissing and moaning, and all these cop lovers pissing and moaning, they don't live in those areas. They don't live in these disenfranchised neighborhoods that I'm sure, you know, all these
but here's the thing. There are some cops that do live in those areas. Like, for instance, I live in Jackson, Mississippi. Most of the cops and Jackson, Mississippi is like predominantly black. So most of the cops that patrol the area of Jackson, Mississippi are from the Jackson, Mississippi area. So most of the times you see the cops, you know these cops, you see them around here.
That's what we need. Yes, that's what we need.
But like I said, this is an isolated situation. It's not like that everywhere. You know,
we need more community policing. But it's what people, you know, these pro-cop people don't understand is they're from places where cops are nice.
Right.
Cops are friendly, and, you know, out in the country, out in the boonies, everybody knows everybody, you know, and cops are probably nice to them. But, you know, then you go into, like, you know, these inner city areas, these violent urban areas, you got cops who live in the suburbs, work in these violent neighborhoods, who think, and they basically think they think it's an NWA video.
Right.
And, you know, and that's what we have going on. And that's, you know, when we say defend the police, and we're talking about reassessing what policing is. We're not talking about getting rid of the cops and turning this place into
now, there are
Mad
some
Max.
people that are trying to, and that's the thing I don't like. You got some people trying to use the Black Lives Matter movement because they're anarchists, and they're trying to use the anarchists. They're trying to use the Black Lives Matter hashtag as a way to promote their anarchy, to get rid of the police, to, you know, to take power away from the government. And that's where you got issues right there. I have a problem with that. We're not trying to get rid of the police. Nobody's trying to get rid of the police except a few assholes that have their own agenda.
Yeah.
So
just stop killing unarmed colored folks. That's all we want.
Right.
That's all we want.
Now, I will say this, Eli. Okay. So, like I said, in the Jackson area, like I said, because they're predominantly black in here, I mean, like I said, for the most part, we know the police area. But drive outside of the Jackson area. Drive to Madison, drive to Brandon, drive to Flow, stuff like that. If you're driving a Chevy Impala or a Dodge anything, or, you know, a Grand Marquis Pontiac, you will get pulled over. They're specifically looking for people driving those type cars because they think it may have something on them. So Chrysler 300, thing like that. So they're looking for those type of cars. So it's a touchy situation, but at the same time, are superheroes cops? Yes, they are, to a point. But some of them are vigilantes that I think we need to take a long, hard look at what they're doing. I'm not saying don't make these heroes anymore. I love Batman comics. We probably review more Batman comics than anything else on this show. But all I'm saying is that when we do look at this media and look at this, this works of art that we're examining, we do need to look at it closer and look at it through a certain type lens. That's all I'm saying. Don't idolize Rorschach. Don't idolize Moon Knight. Moon Knight is fucking crazy. So, but still read them. Still enjoy the stories. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, art reflects our society. It makes us ask questions and confronts issues and gives us a way to cope with the realities that we
And like I said, even with,
yeah.
Right, even with Punisher, I have issues with Punisher as a character. I would still read a Punisher comic. I would still watch the Punisher Netflix show. I love Punisher Warzone, that movie, But at the same time, I know what lens to look at the Punisher as. Maybe everything he does isn't good. Maybe he is like I said, he is a anti-hero. He's not like Superman and Spider-Man, things like that. Let's see what we got. Iron Man, something. I'll let you read that one.
Mark Millar's Ultimates and Ultimate Avengers had them put in the dark and gritty realism where superhero teams are turned into weapons of mass destruction to combat other countries as weaponized police force.
Like the boys.
And
yeah. And that's the thing, like I said, like the boys will take it where
Doomsday Clock and shit. Remember?
Doomsday Clock, Watchmen, all stuff like that. They will take a lens to these characters and like really examine them,
But that's what Dr. Manhattan was. Dr. Manhattan was basically Superman in the Watchmen universe, all-powerful being that got politicized. Like the great, like God exists and he's American, which is what that Richard Nixon said in the Watchmen. And yeah, when that's scary.
Okay, can I talk about Superman? Can I talk about BVS one more time?
Sure.
Okay. Now I want to specifically talk about BVS, the Ultimate Edition, because like I said, there was more plot in that story than in the regular theatrical version that you're not going to catch. So watch what happened and they talk about Superman as a political figure. Because the thing is, Superman just wants to do one thing. He just wants to do good. Now I'm talking about the Zack Snyder one. He just wants to do good. He just wants to just go out, save people, help people. So that African warlord that he helps at the beginning of the movie, pay very close attention to what happens. He goes to Africa. He stops the warlord. But the thing is that warlord was put in place by the CIA. The reason he was put in place by the CIA because the CIA wants to dethrone the government that the warlord is from. So they fund him and they give him money and back him because they want him to overthrow that government because the thing is they'd rather have him in office than the guy that's in charge now. Superman just decides to go and just fuck some shit up. So
And that's what Captain America was afraid of if he was going to sign the Superhero Registration Act in Civil War.
Right. because if it was up to the government.
I'm just being petty.
Right. You're right.
I'm being petty right now because we had the debate like a month ago.
We had a debate to go to, but it all ties together. Like I said, if you really look at it, people like to complain, but BVS and Civil War are almost the same movie. They really are. I can make so many comparisons between them. But that's the thing. If Superman did work for the government would have stopped him from going to Africa because they had their own people in Africa. But Superman, not knowing that, he just goes and just does whatever he wants to, and he thinks he's doing good. But like I said, he doesn't.
Lois Lane was there too.
Right. Lois Lane was there. Lois Lane's in trouble, which her ass shouldn't have been there to begin with. So she's also causing problems. So like I said, this is people hate to put politics and superheroes, but it's there. Whether you look at it or not, it's there with any hero. That's the world we live in. Anything can be politicized.
Yeah.
So can we move on to the next one? I think this is going to be a little bit nicer. What we go to next?
Sure. We done with Dean Cain?
Fuck Dean Cain.
Fuck Dean Cain.
Right. That hurt me as a Superman fan to say that. But still. All right. So the next thing we want to talk about some Marvel.
Oh, you said Mabel.
I could fuck it. Let it ride.
Mabel.
I'll fix it in post. Okay. So what we have now is that we actually have Boom Now, I don't know how this is news, but apparently it is news. But Marvel, and I might fix this later on. I'll go ahead and fix it now. Marvel has acquired fuck. What do they require? Eli, you tell me what they require.
Aliens and Predator.
Yeah, they fixed Aliens and Predator. So the thing is, both Alien and Predator are properties of Fox. So they already own Alien and Predator when the deal went through originally.
Yeah, the Fox. Yeah.
Right, with Fox. Did I fix it?
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's back to it. So they already have Aliens and Predator with them, but the thing is, we didn't know what Aliens and Predator what Disney was going to do with Alien and Predator. Because, like I said, Disney is family, fun, friendly, things like that. Alien Predator is not.
No,
they are far from that. So it's going to be interesting what they do with those properties. Are they even going to release those movies again? Because they release those movies again. Like I said, they're going to be on there. I guess what they can do to settle that is just, keep Fox as a brand and just release the movies through Fox, and you won't have a problem. Like you want to release.
That would be an idea. They've been talking about doing like a TV series and stuff like that. But this is official now. Marvel is going to start doing the comics.
Right.
So Dark Horse, who's had the Aliens and Predator rights for the past 30 years and have their own series and their own franchises and all their own canon, canon that ended up in movies, that inspired movies. This is all gonna probably go away once they go over to Marvel. Cause will Marvel keep that canon or will they start their own new universe?
This is Star Wars 2.0. That's what it is.
Yeah, that as an Aliens fan, not only of the the movies, I love the movies, but I'm a big fan of the comics. Dark Horse, hi Indiana or India Jones. What's up?
India Jones. Oh, India. Okay, yeah.
Thanks for listening. But Dark Horse was one of the introduced me to indie comics, showed me there were other comics beside the big two. They were more violent and hard edged action and sex and
nudity,
gore and Alien
swear
comics.
Words,
yeah, they would swear words. They didn't censor anything. And Alien comics were the big tent pole at Dark Horse at the time, And Dark Horse had the rights to Aliens, and the first Alien comics were basically sequels to the movie, to James Cameron's second movie. I mean, Newt and Hicks and Ripley, there's a whole bunch of storylines with them as characters continuing the storyline from the Aliens movie until they made Alien 3, and then they killed off Ripley. They killed Newt and Hicks and stuff off screen.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, so but still they ventured out and into other characters and other storylines and kept. There's some really cool shit that's been going on. It's been 30 years, and I'm kind of bummed that it's gone because I still read Alien comics. I've reviewed them on here. I think Defiance is one of the greatest Alien stories in recent memory. I think
you reviewed the video games on here.
Yeah, that should have been a movie, but then I guess didn't that guy turn out to be a creep? The writer of that one.
We canceling everybody. We need a cheat sheet.
I forget that guy's name. But the writer of that, he turned out to be a creep, I guess. But anyways, there's still good Aliens and Predator comics being made. And now they're going to go to Marvel. I know people want to see the crossover. I mean, that image that they posted on Marvel's website where it shows the Predator holding Iron Man's head. That just goes to show that they are planning on crossovers. Crossovers are fun. They've happened before. We've seen Batman versus Aliens and Predator, Hellboy and what have you, Green Lantern versus Aliens. We've seen the crossovers. Crossovers are fun, but then they went back to their publishers and made their own shit. As Marvel's going to keep it.
Right.
My worry is they're not going to be as violent. They're going to be watered down. They're going to be neutered. They're not going to have the balls and the guts that they had at Dark Horse. And that kind of bums me out because Aliens deals with some deep themes. The very nature of H.R. Giger's design, the biomechanical alien looking, the xenomorph design is very phallic and psychosexual themes going on there.
And that's stuff that Marvel doesn't really touch.
Yeah. Marvel can barely get gay right.
Right.
So you know what I mean? They flipped out over, the threesome between, Wolverine and Cyclops and Jean Grey.
Right.
So I don't see Marvel tackling those. That's why in Aliens, the females are always the protagonists and male victims are always, getting raped. And Alien has acid and Predator has we ain't gonna see no alien acid burning off faces in Marvel
arms
comics.
And all the stuff like that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see a chest burster.
The problem you have, and Eli, is the problem I always had with Disney owning everything.
Yeah.
So we're talking about comics, but they own everything. They own the movies, they own the TV shows, everything. So everything we're saying about the comics, they might get away with that stuff, but they'll never touch this stuff in the movies.
No.
They don't want to have a Disney brand. We can't have the Alien Queen as a Disney princess,
Yeah. Or Ripley as an alien princess.
Right. It's not going to happen,
Yeah.
So we're losing all this stuff. You can't even swear anymore. You can't have a Predator. Like they're probably going to re-release Predator 1 with all the stuff taken out in there.
You're ghosting us, mister.
Right. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. Like that.
Sure, it's fun. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, Guardians versus the Galaxy versus Aliens would be, a Venom xenomorph. Sure.
Well, that's the one I want to ask you. Do you think it's going to be a crossover?
Oh yeah. I mean, it shows right there a Predator holding Iron Man's head.
I mean, but is that an official image or is it just like some?
Isn't he standing on Avengers Tower? I'm sure that's what they're planning. I'm sure that's going to happen. I just wish they don't become a permanent part of the Marvel universe. I mean, if they can if they do like a Max or a Marvel Knights where they can get away with some of the more hard violence, fine.
But Eli, you're saying that, but Marvel has ripped off Aliens so much. I mean, we got the Brood. We got the Outrider. I mean, that's all they are. That scene from Endgame when Hawkeye was going through the tunnel, that was directly from Aliens.
Yep. Yeah.
So now they could we can stop pretending that we're ripping off Aliens, and instead of having the X-Men fight the Brood, they just fight the Aliens, fight the Xenomorphs.
Yeah, but I don't want. Yeah, and that's like I said. That's fine for a little bit, but I don't want aliens or predators to be just secondary villains for superheroes to beat up. Dark Horse had their own mythology with these franchises. Aliens went Aliens comics. There's some awesome alien comics out there that just went, dealing with weird science fiction themes and. Predator is just another extension of humanity, and our fascination with technology and our need to, our lack of self, our lack of knowledge of self, and how the predators are use their technology to get more in tune with themselves. These are themes that go on in the Predator comics, and I don't want aliens and predators to just become second-rate villains in Marvel comics.
Same what's going to happen.
And that's what's probably going to happen. But if, like I said, if they do like a Max series, a Marvel Knights, where they can just be in their own universe, their own canon, and if I get to see a chest burster scene,
if we can get that, because the thing is,
satisfied if that,
because like I said, this is new territory for Marvel, but Aliens and Predator have popped up in like comics, not just Dark Horse, but they popped up in DC comics all the time. Batman has fought predators before. Superman has fought aliens before.
Yeah.
Batman and Superman has fought the aliens and predators before. So they had precedence for this before, but it's just weird. But even in those comics, they really strip down what the predator and alien is. They're just cannon fodder.
They're just bad. Yeah, they're
parademons.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
But then they went back to Dark Horse and got to do their own thing. Right. I mean? Yeah, like I said, crossovers are fun, but I don't want like a permanent place. I don't want aliens and predators as a permanent part of the Marvel universe now. It's just Yeah, it's just watered down.
It's gonna be weird, and that's the thing because Disney's buying up everything. They're watering down everything. Hell, at least we're getting Aliens and Predator. Because I was hearing a rumor they were gonna just put the shit in the vault. You just weren't even gonna see it again. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, is having Predator with his balls cut off better than no Predator? I don't know.
I mean, you could say the argument, oh, we're going to get some new readers. People who have never read Predator comics and Alien comics are going to finally get to see.
Hey, those Star Wars comics sold like hotcakes. I mean, that's probably still some of Marvel's best-selling comics, even though they ignore everything that came before them.
Yeah.
So,
what about the Predator Alien? Yeah, yeah. I mean, the comics have explored the bigger universes. That's why I love especially the Predator comics. You never saw that. Every Predator movie is basically the same movie over and over again. Whereas in the comics, they expand on the culture, their planets, even in the video games, you go to the Predator planet where they live in pyramids and shit. You get to see a sense of their culture and their rituals and their the hierarchy, the hunter hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
The tribal ways of the Predator. You get to see that in the comics, and none of the movies have done that. It's just the same.
So that's the thing. Hollywood is scared to take risk new ideas.
Yeah.
That's why they're just taking. That's what they're gonna do. Eli, the Aliens and Predator comics are just gonna be just R&D department for Hollywood. Crank out my next movie. That's the comic right there. That's your storyboard. That's why Marvel Comics is still around, really.
Yeah. And that's what I'm afraid, because they did that with Conan. I know Conan Marvel acquired all the Dark Horse Conan stuff, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. I mean, are they cutting out the boobs and the blood and stuff?
I mean, I thought you reviewed the Conan comics.
No, I'm talking about the Dark Horse because Marvel acquired the Dark Horse library.
Oh, like those old stories? Okay.
Yeah. So, and I haven't seen that. I haven't been on the Marvel app to check any of them out or Comixology. I wonder if they did.
There's no way that would be on there. If it did, I'd renew my Marvel Unlimited app like right now. Oh man. So can we move on to the next part?
Sure.
Okay, so let's move on to the video game section, and I'm trying to see if I want to do the good stuff first or the bad stuff first. Is there any good stuff?
So, there's some. What about? Okay, there's some more. So, do the Predator fight for? In a way, yeah. There's a hierarchy. Like in one of the comics, Noguchi, who's in the Aliens versus Predator comics, she actually joins the Predator hunting team, and they have to fight for their spot on the hunter squad, the right to hunt.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go with the since we own this down. No, actually the Predator ship was supposed to be some good shit. So let's start with the downer shit. So Eli, this is depressing for me. Because I was excited for Evo. And Evo has been Evo was supposed to have happened yesterday. That's supposed to be when Evo's happening, but it's been completely canceled. And here's the reason it's been canceled. Let's see what he really wants. Maybe we should have kept talking about. Don't worry, we're going to talk about Aliens and Predator again. Don't worry.
Alan Moore's Miracle Man reprints. I'm sure.
Yes, Marvel owns those now. They do, but they're not on the Marvel Unlimited app, I don't think. But Marvel does own those Alan Moore because he sold them to him, or Neil Gaiman sold them. I can't remember who sold those rights to it. But anyway, we're going to talk about Evo for a second because it's a shit that hurts me, Eli. I was excited for Evo. It's going to be the fighting game tournament. I was getting ready to watch it all weekend. It's supposed to be a month-long thing and just online tournaments. But it's not going to happen because since we're talking about predators, turns out almost everybody in the fighting game community is a sexual predator. So, first off, Smash Brothers, almost damn near everybody in Smash Brothers got canceled because it found out that they all had like some kind of pedophilia history. Because when we talk about Smash Brothers, we always make fun of like their younger kids and stuff like that. So that's what some of these older tournament players are preying on them. So then the head of Evo, talks shit about them saying that, you shouldn't be doing this stuff. It's against our core values. You have to hold yourself better than that. Soon as he said that, 2 days later, we find out pedophile information on him. So the co-founder of Evo has been revealed to be a pedophile. And this isn't even like an accusation. He admitted to it. On Twitter, he apologized and everything like that. He was like, I'm sorry for what he did. And not even going to the stuff that they said he did or the stuff that he said he did. because it's really fucked up. And this is the guy we've been following the whole time for like the whole year that's been putting this thing together and putting Evo together. And, you know, once the other, so like Capcom and, you know, NetherRealms, you know, make Mortal Kombat, and the guys that make DBZ fighters, they're like Namco and Tekken. We're like, we can't fool with you guys. Skullgirls, the founder of that also is a pedophile. So all this shit happened within a week. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Everybody,
what the fuck, man?
Everybody plays fighting games as a pedophile. Not me. Everybody else, you know. so I don't know what the hell is going on. So because of all this, because Capcom bailed out and NetherRealms bailed out, and Namco bailed out, Evo is dead. They're like, so there's going to be no fighting tournament that was supposed to have happened yesterday. It's supposed to last the whole month. I mean, the entire month of July. Nothing is happening now, and it's probably dead forever. You know. Now you can say, like I said, it's 2020. Everything's online now. There's all kind of other online tournaments going on. Even this year, there's like 50 million tournaments going on right now. So what makes Evo special? Evo is special just because Evo is special. It's I don't know, sentimental. You know, it's the place where everything started. So you kind of want to go back to it because when it happens, it's like special when everything going on. But now you got to find like another online tournament that's not as special, not these guys running it. So it's just, it feels new. But man, it feels like the end of an era, Eli. That hurt me.
Well, no more pedophilia, so.
Oh, yeah. That's a good thing. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing, yeah. So we got to look on the bright side. So, yeah, rest in peace to Evo. Now let's talk about some news that's going to make me feel a little bit better. Hold on, let's see. Back?
Evo has gotten James Gunned.
Well, not really. Not really. James Gunn, like I said, just put out some tweet. These guys actually have documentation on the shit they did. So a little bit different.
Yeah, James Gunn was just saying stupid jokes and shit.
Yeah, he was just saying stupid jokes. These folks, like, no, they have dudes coming up and saying he did this to me for some video game tokens. Like, wow, okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail about what he did, but it's really fucked up. Now, I want to talk about NBA 2K, for instance. I know Eli don't care, but I got to talk about it because we never talk about basketball on here, and it's been gone for like 4 months because of COVID, you know. So the reason we're going to talk about it because it's been announced, and they've announced and I'm going to say why this has anything to do with like the PS5 and the Xbox One X later on. They've announced the cover of the photo, the guy's supposed to come out. You have Damian Lillard. He's supposed to be on the current generation covers, who, you know, famous for this gift right here, whatever. You also have another cover who's supposed to be the next gen, not that guy. Zion Williamson. He's actually was a rookie last year. He's rookie of the year, so he's supposed to be his year. So he's supposed to be cover of the next generation. So that's what they said about him. But the thing is, you know, he looks kind of pudgy on this pic, but during the quarantine time, this is what he looks like now. So he's a new guy. So people
swole on.
Yeah, because that's all he's been doing. He can't play basketball, so he's just been lifting weights all day. So all the baby fat he had last year is gone. And people have been making this comparison.
Is that you or is that me? Say something.
Hey, me.
Your mic is sounding all staticky and shit.
Oh, I can hear you just fine. Maybe it'll come back on. I don't know. We'll keep talking. Hello.
Do I sound good?
You're good. You're perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just keep powering through it if it's just massive.
Yeah, you're like getting all distorted and shit.
Ah, shit. Okay. Well, we'll keep going. All right. So they're saying he looks like Bane now. You know. But the funny thing is, like, you got all this, but the actual MVP of last year has never been on the cover. But you got these new guys on the cover. But people keep asking, we don't care about these guys. What about Kobe? So, of course, Kobe is going to be on the more expensive $100 version, limited version. So that's going to be that one. But here's the reason why I want to talk about Eli for a second. Am I still good? Can you hear me?
No, I hear you. You're just like cracking
up. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep going. If I'm fucked up in the chat, if anybody listen, just let me know.
Hey, yeah. Does he sound fucked up in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another comment about Captain Marvel came in late and not in Civil War.
Came in late and not. Okay.
Are you talking about the movies? Because wasn't Captain Marvel in some other galaxy or something?
Supposedly, but they hadn't cast it yet, so that's nothing else. So the reason why this is important to video games, because the thing is that they've revealed the price of what NBA 2K21 is going to be. Now, as of right now, we all know the video games priced are $60. But
Yeah,
no,
he says you got a robot Bane voice.
okay. Well, maybe that'll help the viewers out. I don't know. Or maybe to get fixed up. But yeah, so robot Bane voice? I guess I do. Okay. So what I was gonna say? Oh yeah. So now the next gen games are gonna be $70. So if 2K21 can be $70, probably every game is gonna be $70 now. So it looks like the price of video games is gonna go up next gen, which is cool because it's been $60 for like the last probably it's like 20 years. So inflation has to have an effect on it some kind of way. So it looks like that's what's happening now. So you're gonna have to come out of pocket. Any game you want to get nowadays, you better be ready. It's going to be $70 to get it, and this is the regular version, not counting DLC, not counting special editions, not counting all this stuff like that. So, yeah, video game prices going up. All I got, Eli. Can we move on to the actual media podcast now?
Sure. Mess with your jack. Maybe it's your jack on your headphone jack or something.
Maybe. Let's see. I can hear myself. Let's see. What about now?
No. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Oh, how about I cut it on, cut it back on? What about now?
No, it's still going.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Technical difficulties, folks. Do, 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 do,
Okay, what about now?
No, it's still going.
Fuck.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, you're definitely gonna leave this podcast. I mean, you're definitely gonna leave this part right here. Okay. Matter of fact, you can go ahead and take over now. I'll just get you set up. You go ahead and set us up.
Are we doing the comic book?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, this is what do you say? This is where we pay the bills.
Right.
We're gonna talk about we're the comic book bullies. We're gonna talk about comic books. So this week, because it was an off week, not a lot of stuff was released.
Apparently, folks that I know you can't hear me, but the people that don't follow sports, I don't know how many people watch that follow sports. They call this in sports and football a bye week.
Yeah.
So this is a bye week. So yeah.
What was Bane max power form? That power up he gets?
Huh?
The venom when he gets venomed.
Yeah.
He gets that he smokes.
Not smoking.
He breathes in the venom toxin and then he gets all he hulks out and shit.
Oh
yeah. So since it was a slow week, there wasn't a lot of new comics that we cared about. We decided to do another retro review. And the retro review we are doing this week is the original Aliens versus Predator comic, released by Dark Horse back in 1990, I believe. It's the 30th anniversary. I just found out that they just released this week is the 30th anniversary of Aliens versus Predator.
Okay.
So that was released. They released the 30th anniversary collector's edition, hardcover edition. I guess it's awesome, of this book. And that's what we're going to read. Now, like we said, Dark Horse, they acquired the rights to Fox movie properties. Aliens was one of the first one that they did. After 1986, when James Cameron's Alien movie came out, Dark Horse, hey, let's write a sequel to that movie. And they did. The Alien comics basically dealt with Newt, Hicks, Ripley, the Marines. It was a continuation of the Aliens movie. At the time, Dark Horse was talking about doing crossovers with other companies. They were talking about a deal with DC where aliens would fight Batman, Superman, and all that stuff. And in that meeting, they're like, well, hell, why, can't we just make our own characters fight each other? And they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. We just acquired the rights to the Predator character. Let's have Aliens and Predator face off in a comic book. And that's basically how the idea was born. Let's have these two characters fight each other, similar to Godzilla movies or back in the day.
Universal Monsters.
Yeah, Frankenstein versus the Wolfman, all that stuff. This is what it came from. And this came out before the Predator 2 movie. So this had an influence. In fact, the original Predator comic influenced the Predator 2 movie, The Concrete Jungle, which was the first Predator comic. In that comic, we have Dutch's brother, Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother, is the main character. In the movie, we have Danny Glover. So they race changed him, and no one gave a shit.
We wasn't woke back then.
We weren't woke back then, back in 19. But in the Predator 2 movie, they actually took influence from the Aliens versus Predator comic, and you can see on the Predator ship in the movie, in the trophy room, you can see the alien skull on the mantle.
I meant to get that picture, but I forgot to do it.
Hey, you sound good right now.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to just shut the fuck up for a second.
So, they decide, like I said, in 1990, they did the Aliens versus Predator comic. And it was it was mind blowing. Oh my God. Even I back then, and I got the original issues. So, and what's cool about this, the one we read on Comixology, it's like the omnibus, they included the Zero issue, which I didn't have. So I never read the Zero issue until I read it this week. And
that was the first issue, right? Like when you first started reading it?
Yeah. So the Zero issue is 2 short stories. Back in the day, Dark Horse had these little mini comics called Dark Horse Presents. It was like an anthology of, their comic properties. And
that's where Sin City started.
That's where Sin City started.
Yep.
In the Dark Horse Presents, they had 2 short stories that led up, basically a prequel to the Aliens and Predator comic. And this is what the Zero issue was. So we're going to dive into it now. Aliens versus Predator. You take a drink of water. So the Zero issue, starts out, it's space truckers. There's these 2, we're on some giant spaceship hauling, what are they called? Rinth? They're cattle. They're like space
lectors. Lectors. They call them lectors.
Yeah, they're like space cattle. They're hauling these cattle to this planet to ranch, to make meat. This is like centuries in the future. Earth is a shithole. There's no more resources. There's no more food. So they got to go off planet to get food, and they're ranching these giant space cow rhinoceros things for meat to bring back to Earth. So that's what they're doing. They're ranchers. They're cowboys in space. And it's just a conversation. This issue is just a conversation of these 2 space truckers talking about Darwinism, talking about human evolution, talking about civilization, how Western civilization and manifest destiny, the history of mankind and how they sort of colonize and strip the resources of the environment for civilization. They're talking this deep philosophical, conversation about human history.
And they're comparing them between like Alien and Predator,
Yeah. In the meantime, all we see while they're talking, we just see visuals of a Predator ship getting ready to go on the hunt. They have alien eggs. They're scanning them. They have all their technology. We're seeing the alien eggs being scanned, and one of them actually finds a queen, and that basically they destroy the queen eggs. Mm-hmm. But they have an alien queen on board laying.
That's the queen egg right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're trying to, because they're planting these eggs on this planet, and they're going to do a hunt. What the predators do is they put the aliens they infest the planet with alien eggs, and then as a rite of passage, the hunters go down and hunt the aliens. But while it's on board, the queen alien does something with her like weird nasty womb thing that lays the eggs, and she knocks the scanner off before it could destroy the queen egg. So the queen egg ends up going down on the planet, and it gives birth to an alien queen.
I'm glad you explained it, because I didn't know what the hell was going on with that.
Okay, yeah. So since, because the predators are trying to control they're trying to control the alien infestation. They don't want a queen there. They just want worker bees, worker ants. They just want warrior aliens to hunt. They don't want a whole infestation. You know what I mean? So the alien queen fucks up the machine that destroys the queen egg, and the queen egg goes through and it goes onto the ship and it goes down on the planet to harvest the aliens. Meanwhile, the predators are getting ready. They're doing some ritual where they're choosing which there's different factions, there's different tribes that are choosing which who gets to go onto this on this hunting mission. And that's basically the Zero issue. It's just like I said, it expands on the predator culture, you know. And then we start, you know, the ship goes down and lays eggs and infests the planet. And the predators go down to the planet to for the hunt. So, number one, the next issue, this is where the main story arc starts. We have Noguchi. It's all told from her point of view. She's basically the CEO of the company put in charge of this ranch town. You know, this like it's like an old west town on another planet. They're
Prosperity
harvesting their
Falls.
cattle.
Yeah.
Prosperity Falls. It's a they're cattle rustlers. They're rustling the synth or whatever they're called.
The Rinth, because they're like rhinos and something else.
Yeah, Rinth. And she's like nobody likes her. She's like the boss that doesn't mingle with the workers. She's in her office all day. She doesn't get her hands dirty. So nobody likes her. So she decides, you know, I'm going to go and mingle with the workers and try to be friendly with everybody because she's about to leave, you know, and she wants to leave a good impression with the workers. Meanwhile, the aliens come or the predators come, and they find one of the cattle rustlers finds a face hugger, finds the egg in the face hugger, and basically the cattle are becoming infected. The face huggers are attacking the cattle and, you know, laying their embryo inside the cattle. One of their workers goes out there. He, you know, trying to find where these face huggers come from. He runs into the predators. He's like, oh shit. He tries to escape, but then he ends up crashing his like hover bike into the predator ship, and the predator ship blows up, and the predator's like, those fucking humans, let's go kill them. So so the predators decide, hey, we're going to go attack the humans. And that's kind of the rest of the story kind of picks up from there. Some of the workers, they get harvested. They find aliens. They find the alien queen. They get harvested into the nest. You know, they get incubated with the face huggers. We find out, like in all Predator and Alien movies, that the company kind of knows about it. The one head guy in charge kind of knew about the specimen, and he wanted to get a live sample of it. So he was sort of manipulating, you know, the workers into going out there and getting the alien sample for them. Mm-hmm. And then eventually all hell kind of breaks loose. The predators start attacking the humans. Yeah, there's a gnarly scene where the predators happen upon like a homestead, a family. Right.
The dog just starts barking in the parking lot, but the predator is invisible. So he just like stabs the shit out of him. I was like, whoa, okay, that was crazy.
Yeah, kills the dog, kills the mom and dad in front of the kid. The kid jumps on a hover bike and he hightails it out of there. Meanwhile, they find a predator. They find the crash site. They end up going out and investigating. Hey, that one dude who went to go look, he's been missing for a while. Let's go find him. So they go out, they find the crashed predator ship, and then they find a predator injured, but he's still alive. They call him Broken Tusk, who actually he's a recurring character in some of the other stories.
Is he? Okay. Because actually I looked at it again. Broken Tusk, like when that guy that tried to get away, he ran over him. That's how he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I guess that's how he broke his tusk too.
Yeah. So they take Broken Tusk, the predator, back to the lab inside the town, and they're kind of like, you know, they got him in the lab, they got him strapped down and shit. They're trying to like, oh shit, we never seen this alien before, blah 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 blah. And then the kid comes. He comes into town. He's like, oh my god, these monsters killed my family. Blah 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 blah. we gotta do something. And at the same time, oh hell, then the aliens show up. So now we got aliens and predators sort of attacking the humans. Noguchi ends up going out to investigate. She gets attacked by aliens and she's like fighting them off. But then a predator shows up and then fights them all off and kind of saves her life. But the predator ends up dying. So that's what we have.
He was like a rookie predator. They didn't know what the hell he was doing. So.
Yeah. So basically, and this is the predators are now overwhelmed because the queen egg hatched and gave birth to a bunch of aliens. Whereas it was supposed to be, like I said, the predators are trying to control the alien.
Because it's training ground. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So it was only supposed to be like so many aliens, that these predators can hunt. Now it's like a big giant hive of aliens attacking. So the predators are getting overrun. They're attacking. They're getting attacked. The humans are still, trying to fight back. At one point, Noguchi teams up with the one doctor chick, the wife of the one guy,
the widow of the husband.
Yeah, and they end up, jumping in one of the hovercraft things, and they end up crashing. But everything's like, it's by this time it's all out war. Predators fighting aliens. Humans are caught in the crossfire. But Noguchi takes that ship. And she goes to the cattle and basically drives the cattle, a big stampede, a herd of these cattle.
Because they're supposed to have been off planet by now. So they've just been in it the whole time, just stirring up, just
they haven't been, because of what's been going on. These cattle haven't been fed. They've been cooped up in the corral for days. They're agitated. So she comes in with the ship, opens up the corral, and just basically chases the herd of cattle through the town. And the cattle comes through and starts stomping over all the aliens and shit. And it's a big, action scene and shit. Eventually she crashes. And then the one predator, the
Broken
Tusk, he gets off of the lab. He escapes the lab and he shows up and he kind of starts helping the humans. Since the humans saved his life, he's like, okay, I'm gonna help these humans out.
Right. And he attacks his own people to make sure that the humans.
Yeah. So he starts going around and he starts cutting up aliens and he's kicking ass and shit. There's a scene where the guys who were in the nest, the alien nest, they I forget what they did. See, I should have took notes. But anyways, I
remember the aliens let them leave.
Yeah, because they're free to give birth now.
Right.
They come into the lab. One of them, a chest burster, comes out of his chest, and the other guy's like, "Okay, I got one inside me too. I'm gonna die now." And Noguchi gives the guy the gun. Here, before you die, make yourself useful.
Oh, and he tells them how to blow up the place, because basically trying to like blow up the whole city with the aliens still in it so they can't get loose.
Yeah, so they make a plan to blow up the town. What happens now? Oh, did they jump in a truck? I'm basically going through. I got my tablet here.
Yeah, because they're trying to make communication with the lector that's up top.
Yeah,
but they can't, because when they were trying to bring all the rent into the town, she smashed into the antenna and broke the antenna. So the only way to do it is to actually go through the base that the aliens have taken over.
Yeah.
So they gotta go head first into there. Basically where the alien queen is at.
Yeah. So the alien queen's in there, and they have they have a fight. The Broken Tusk like faces off with the alien. He gets all fucked up, but she ends up closing the door on the alien head and chops.
You know what? He runs from the alien queen.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of surprised. He was like, "Nah, fuck this. I can't take her."
Yeah, she's fucking, the alien queen is huge. But he's like caught in the corridor. He's got acid dripping all over him. He's all fucked up. And before the alien can kill them, she closes the doors on the alien and it chops off her head. And then they fly off in the escape pod and the ship blows up and destroys the town. And Noguchi and Broken Tusk, the predator, are there. He's all injured. He's all fucked up. He's dying, but he snaps the finger off of the alien finger and uses the acid to burn the symbol, the tribal symbol, into Noguchi's forehead. So basically marking her as you're part of the crew now. Mm-hmm. And an epilogue, Noguchi sometime later, like a year later, Noguchi's still on this planet. She's staying there, rustling cattle, basically waiting for the predators to return. She knows that the predators come here every so often.
Because they've been here before.
Yeah, they've been here before. And she's basically waits for them. So she's got her own little homestead, chilling by herself with a dog and a bunch of rent cattle.
And she got the aliens like trophies all over the town.
Yeah, she's got alien skulls hanging up. She's got the alien queen skull trophied on her roof of her house. and then the predators eventually show up. And she shows them they come to hunt, and Noguchi comes and actually takes out a few aliens and reveals herself to the predators, and then shows her the symbol. Shows the predators the symbol on her head, and says, "I'm part of the crew," and they end up accepting her. So that's the end of this one.
I gotta find it. Panel. Let's see. I really want to see that. Of course, that was the coolest part in the whole book. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah. What? No. I gotta go back.
Oh, so Noguchi ends up. She is actually another recurrent character in this mythology. She ends up. Yeah, there she is. She's got the symbol on her head, and the predators end up accepting her as part of the hunting squad. Mm-hmm. There's another continuation of this where she actually is living with the predators, and she's amongst them, and she goes on a hunt. And I think it was Predator War, Aliens versus Predator War.
Okay, I think they were like the next.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good story too.
Okay, because I'm honestly into it. The omnibus was like 500 pages, so it was just like the first issue of this.
I think it might even have actually be in the omnibus. So
yeah, actually, the omnibus that I downloaded was like half of this. So it was like 500 pages, but like way more shit than that. So it's interesting what you were saying about the aliens and the predator, because like we were talking about the issue 0 and how to make it, because they were making it seem like they're both part of nature, but they're different nature. Like basically, like the aliens are basically like a force of nature, like hurricanes, earthquakes, stuff like that. That's what they are. Where the predators are just basically like they're
civilized.
They're civilized, but they use it like as few tools as possible to get the job done.
Yeah, they use technology. That's the thing. It's cool because reading that 0 issue, it was just cool because I never read that before until we reviewed this, where they're making all these comparisons to human nature and human nature's relationship to technology, and how humans sort of use their technology to get away from nature, to a barrier of against nature, so they can live in luxury and comfort. And the predators use their technology to get more in tune with nature.
Right.
They use their technology to become hunters and to better themselves as a species, whereas the humans are opposite.
Right, and the same thing with Noguchi. I guess that's her name. The same thing with her. Like she was the boss. She was isolated herself. She relied on technology, and then she went from a character arc from that to what she is now, where she's in tune with nature. She's in tune with her animal primal side. That's what it's about. The predator represents your primal side, your natural state.
Yeah,
which technology. As humans, we're so far away from that we can't even go back to that. Like, most of us don't know how to start a fire by ourselves.
Yeah, or live in a tent, or pitch a tent, or
right, or any of those things. Like that. Well, we couldn't survive 2 days without a cell phone.
Yeah, and that's the main theme of this. Yes, you're right, because Noguchi she's this corporate slag who just works in the office. Nobody likes her. She's not even like part of got any friends. Like she's so disconnected from humanity to other people, and here she is. She ends up becoming more in tune with her humanity, or whatever. and which was
and she idolizes. I mean, you can almost say like her being Japanese because she is Japanese. They flat out say it in there.
Yeah,
you could say that because of that. That's why she idolizes the Predator, because the Predators remind her of like samurai, or Ronin and thing like that. And she idolizes them. That's why I want to see what they're. Every time she sees a picture of the Predator, she idolizes them. Especially when she sees like they barbecuing, all the aliens just standing around dancing and stuff like that. She's like, well, damn, I want to do that too. And that's when she puts on the war outfit. She's like, I'm just gonna go out and start killing aliens.
Yeah.
So she's an awesome ass character. Yeah.
Yeah, they had her figure. I saw her figure like not too long. Target actually, like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up buying Mandalorian glasses instead, but I saw her figure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she's a cool ass character. I mean, even Broken Test with who? I mean, because the thing is, it felt like this story was nothing like I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a Freddy versus Jason, where they can just fight and stuff like that. But it was more like an alien story where but they teamed up with one predator that really was trying to help out. Basically, he got converted to the human side. I thought it was pretty cool. Because other than that, the predators were just like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna kill humans too."
Yeah. And that's a cool thing is like in these comics, you get that sense of the predators, how the predators think and their code of honor. They live by a code. They have a hierarchy of honor. They respect honor, and that's why Broken Tusk ends up helping the humans. And then when like you said, he fights off the other predator. Hey, leave these people alone because they're here to help. We should help them. And we see that in other comics. Predators. They'll kill other predators who aren't honorable, who cheat, or who don't live, who kill women or children or whatever. They'll do things like that.
Or try to put themselves in a leadership position and can't lead.
Yeah,
you guaranteed to die. They will kill you.
Yeah. And there's that one scene where Noguchi is watching the Predator fight the aliens. He's like, wow, this guy's a total badass. But in the end, he got overwhelmed. He didn't think, everything through. And her
the story like right after this.
No, I'm talking about in this one.
Oh, in this story. You're talking about the rookie Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, the rookie Predator he runs in headlong right into battle, which is admirable. But in the end, it was stupid. And her experience as a CEO, climbing the corporate ladder, the strategy of navigating, corporate structures and business, she can, she can relate to that, like, relating that sort of business strategy to battle in a way, I guess. Like she had a head.
With winners, you separate yourself from losers.
Yes. She has a head for this. So it was really interesting to hear her perspective of everything, But let's see. Aliens comic better than the Aliens Predator movie. Yes.
Easily. No, that movie sucked.
Yes. Aliens Predator versus Predator movies suck.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was like, Alien versus Predator. Because I thought it was gonna be like that, but this was nothing like that. I was like, why the hell they didn't just do this?
Yes, this was the first movie was kind of based on this, and I think War, as far as like the infestation, the pyramids we got to see, but it sucked. I mean,
well, first off, it was PG-13.
It was PG-13.
Yeah.
The Predator costumes looked a little bulky, and the action was just like bad WWE wrestling, that's what it looked like. Holy shit, farmers versus aliens versus predators, or cowboys.
Pretty much, yeah. Cowboys, farmers, whatever. Yeah. But they didn't really put up much of a fight. They all died like in 2 seconds.
Okay. I remember one book where there was a samurai character named Morpheus versus alien, and the predator is betrayed, seen as a demon instead of being, and betrayed as. I didn't think I read that one, but a lot of the Predator comics, they'll take place in different times, and you'll see there's like one in the Civil War. There's one where they go like in Britain and India back in like the 1800s. There's different different periods in history that the Predators have shown up at. And I haven't read that one about the samurai, but that does sound cool. Blood Time. Is this what it was called?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I call it. It's called Blood Time. This particular story is called Blood Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm into it. Like I said, Eli, you sold me on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect from this book. I sold it. I was completely into it. I was reading like it was a movie. Like you could tell this is a story pitch. You can tell it's a story treatment they're writing right now.
Yeah, and it was and I guess the artist, I can't remember the guy's name, but he ended up becoming a storyboard artist in Hollywood.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So if you like look at the panels, like everything is just so centered and clear and concise. The action and the setups, the settings, you can see everything. I mean, some of those wide shots, there's all these establishing shots, and it's just visually stunning. I mean, the art is great. You know.
Yeah, especially when you can follow the action pretty easy. That's the thing, because one thing in comics, to draw a pretty picture. The other thing when you're making multiple panels to make the action where it's fluid, and that's the thing. Like you can see, like when Broken Tusk was like going at the alien army, you could tell he was way more experienced than that rookie Predator. He knew what he was doing. And you could just tell the action without even have to explain that. And that's why I thought that was pretty awesome. So like I said, they pretty much gave you a storyboard right here for a movie, even though they just pretty much ignore it. How do we always think they can outsmart these comics, but they rarely ever do?
Well, yeah, I mean, they think comics are for kids, and this book wasn't for kids. This is actually a little tame,
Yeah, this something Marvel could do, except for the one part when they actually went to read the details about what the aliens are, and that's the stuff you were talking about earlier about how they were saying that they're basically like walking penises.
Yeah,
they pretty much just put a seed into you to you can say it violates your body, stuff like that. It's all, and the alien movies talk about this stuff also, or at least they go into they suggest it.
Phallic symbol. The alien head is very phallic. I mean, the face hugger gets on your face and shoves its phallic symbol down your throat and impregnates you. It's basically rape.
Right, basically. That's
and male, like it's the male victims. They're the first victims. So it was actually about male rape.
Right.
Marvel ain't gonna touch that.
Right.
But as far as
going to go out explicit and just say what it is,
Yeah, as far as like this particular story arc, this is kind of tame. There's not a hell of a lot of gore and blood. There's a lot of action, but it doesn't get as visceral as some of the other comics do. I mean, we get a lot of alien and predator action, or aliens getting cut up and alien blood getting spilled, but we don't get there's not a lot of human corpses, is what you know what I mean. So this is a little bit tame.
We'll see it where like a whole army of humans rush at a predator, but you know what's going to happen at the end. They cut away from it, or you can hear Nakura hear him on the walkie-talkie. She's like, "Oh, my arm just flew off." They won't show it, but you can hear it.
So this is I mean, I had a good time going back and rereading this. Like I said, I actually have the original books. Bagged and boarded somewhere.
Just do this. Just do it and just like don't change anything, and you got a movie. I don't know why that's hard. Don't change any dialogue. Don't change anything. Yeah,
Noguchi's a great character. I mean, they made I can't remember her name in the movie. The chick from the movie. That again. Yeah. She they like I said, it's similar, but they didn't stick to there was too little aliens. There wasn't enough aliens in that movie.
Yeah.
James Cameron was supposed to direct the original Aliens versus Predator, but dropped because Fox interference. Wanted Paul W. Anderson, Resident Evil director. Yes. PG-13, bloodless, organic, just yes.
It felt like a movie he would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt Resident Evil-y.
Yeah. And it was PG-13. They wanted kids to show up and watered it down. And that's what it is. It's watered down. Both movies suck. Both Aliens versus Predator movies suck, but Requiem is so stupid and bad that it's actually funny and entertaining.
I may need to watch it again, because I know when I watched it, I was like, this movie is fucking terrible. But maybe if I look at it through a different lens,
but a couple years ago when Gomer, shout out to Gomer, he asked me if I wanted to review or do a write-up on ranking all the Aliens and Predator movies. I binged everything. Wow. I watched every Aliens and Predator movie and all the Aliens versus Predator movies within like 3 days. By the time I got to Requiem, I was laughing my ass off. I'm just saying. Like a kid, the movie begins where the guy, the father gets killed in front of the son. It's like basically it's a cheesy slasher movie, only with aliens and predators.
I had to watch both of them again. It's been so long since I've seen those movies. I barely kind of don't remember. I do remember that video game.
The games are great.
Well, the arcade one is the one I meant, the one made by Capcom. That shit was insane. I was like, holy shit. Because I didn't even know Alien and Predator was a thing until I saw that video game. I was like, this shit is amazing. That's one of the best games they've ever made. Yeah.
I mean, the video games have been cool. The comics have been cool. The movies.
They don't even bother. They don't even try.
You know, I mean, I for one, I do enjoy the Alien movies, even Resurrection, because I feel like that movie.
Well, you know, Joss Whedon wrote that.
Yeah, and that movie kind of sort of touched on things that were in the comics. Yeah, they bring Ripley back. She's a clone, but it kind of sort of dealt with stuff. It expanded the universe the same way the comics did. Predator 2, I still think is the last good Predator movie.
I was going to say, don't say it's the best, but I will say last good one. Okay, I'll give you that.
But yeah, it was the last good one. I saw that movie like a few times in the theater. You know, Ice Cube named an album off after that, sampled.
Right. Just Danny Glover versus Predator. If that doesn't pique your interest, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know.
But every Predator movie since then, even the new one, it's like they're making the same movie over and over. And what my biggest gripe,
explore the lore. You know.
Yeah, and my biggest gripe is like every Predator movie they've made ever since, the first hour, we see them going, "What's going on? What's happening? What is this?" And like we know what's happening. It's predators, motherfuckers. Show them. You know, it's like they spend an hour building up a mystery that the audience already knows the answer to, and it's just a waste of time. You know, but like the new one, the first half hour was kind of cool because they kind of, you know, started everything off right away, and it was a lot of action, and it was like a lot of killing right away. You know, they didn't waste no time.
I'm going to watch that as soon as this podcast is over. I'm going to watch it. Really? I've never seen that movie before.
It's bad too. But the first half hour, I was like, damn, this is the best Predator movie ever. And then it stopped. There was so much cool shit they could have done with that movie, and then they just didn't. But I'll let you watch it.
Okay. Yeah. No more spoilers. Okay. Yeah. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. We have other podcasts. We have our sister podcast, Geeks Ass. Also, Riddle of Steel. That's the only two you got, right?
Yeah, one of these days we'll record. Yes.
Yeah. This Geeks and Comics. I have no idea what they did. They actually recorded right before us, so we had to get in the booth after them. What else? Hoodoo TV, Get Valiant, Okay Boomer, Wrestling Council. I'm probably missing a few. Whatever. Just check the site. They're on there. And yeah, check it out next week. Like I said, we had to fill out something this week because it was a bye week. So now we are full swing back in the comics next week. We gotta have like a shitload of books coming out next week, Eli. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Once the books start rolling out, we'll divvy it up and see how
those Empire tie-ins are coming.
Oh shit! Oh shit! And Joker War, all that shit's coming.
Oh yeah! Oh goody.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll figure this thing out. You just stick with us next week. This time we record, so expect us. So if you want to jump in next week and what we do, just jump in. You'll already know. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. Oh, for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too far.
No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more.
Los Angeles.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Please.
Shake that body, party that body.
Hey baby, you forgot your Ray-Bans, and my sheets still orange from your spray tan.
It was more than soft porn for the gay man. She remember my sprinters and I was in the great van. Well, cutie, I like your bougie booty. Come America, but do me. Well, let's make a movie. Hell, you know my repertoire is like a wrestler. I show you the road, connect the dots. A country girl in North Hollywood. Mama used to cook red beans and rice. Now it's Denny's form in the morning, swore your appetite. Liquor pouring and niggas swarming your section with erection. Smoking every direction. Middle finger pedestrians, R&B singers and lesbians. Rappers and managers, music and iPhone cameras. The shit unanimous for you. It's damaging for you, I think. That pussy should only be holding exclusive rights to me. I mean, he flew you in this motherfucker on first class. Even when out his way so you can check in the extra bag. Now you wanna divide the yam like you'd equate the math. That shit don't add up. You're making them mad as fuck. She say she came out here to find an A-list rapper. I said, baby, spin around and say the alphabet backwards. You're dealing with malpractice. Don't kill a good nigga's confidence. Just cause he a nerd and you don't know what a condom is. The hair's still good, though. The hair's still good, though. Maybe say Lamio. They ain't get cure. Make a nigga say big words and act lyrical. Make me get spiritual. Make me believe in miracles. Buddha's months and Captain Crunch cereal. Lord have mercy. Down I hurt me. 5 buddies all hurdled up on the 3rd day. Bottle service, head service. I came in first place. The opportunity, the proper type of breast and booty cheek. The pop community. I mean, these bitches come with union feet. And I won't do with these. Moving units through consumer streets. Then my shoe release. She was kicking in gratuity. And yeah, G, I was all for it. She said, Kayla Ma, you kinda dumb to be a poet. I'ma put you on game for the lames that don't know they're rookie. Instagram is the best way to promote some pussy.
Scary. Scary. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. Friday night trying to make it into the city. Breakneck speed, passage to see something pretty. Thinking back to how I got here in the first place. Second class bitches wouldn't let me on first base. A backpack nigga with luxury taste buds. And the Louis Vuitton still got all of my pay stubs. Got pussy from beats I did for niggas more famous. When did I become A-list? I wasn't even on A-list. Strippers get invited to where they only got hired. When I get on my Steve job, somebody gon' get fired. I was uninspired since Lauren Hill retired. And 3 stacks, man, you preaching to the choir. Any rumor you ever heard about me was true and legendary. I done got Lewinsky and paid secretaries for all my niggas with babies by bitches that use they kids as meal tickets. Not knowing that disconnect from the father, the next generation will be the real victims. I can't fault them really. I remember Amber told my boy no matter what happens, she ain't going back to Philly. Back to our regularly scheduled programming of weak content and slow jamming. But don't worry, this one's so jamming. You know it, LA is so jamming. I be thinking every day my Holland Drive need to put up some goddamn barricades. I be paranoid every time. The pressure, the problem ain't I be driving. The problem is I be texting. My psychiatrist got kids that I inspired. First song they played for me was about their friend that just died. Texting and driving down my Holland Drive. That's why I rather take the 405. I be worried about my daughter, I be worried about Kim. But Saint is baby Yay, I ain't worried about him. Have my life threatened by best friends with selfish intents. What I'm supposed to do? Ride around with a bulletproof car and some tents. Every agent I know, no, I hate agents. I'm too black, I'm too vocal, I'm too flagrant. Something smelling like shit, that's the new fragrance. It just mean I do it my way, bitch. Some days I'm in my Yeezy, some days I'm in my Vans. If I knew y'all made plans, I wouldn't have popped the Zans. I know some fans thought I wouldn't rap like this again, but the writer's block is over. MCs cancel your plans. A 38-year-old, 8-year-old, a rich nigga problems. Told my wife that I hate the road, so I don't ever drive it. It took 6 months to get the Maybach. I'm at it out, and my assistant crashed as soon as they backed it out. Goddamn, got a ball fade, I might slam. Pink fur, got no redressing like Cam. Thank God for me. Whole family getting money. Thank God for E. I love rocking jewelry, a whole neck full. Bitches say he funny and disrespectful. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. I feel like Pablo when I see me on the news. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my house. Tell them parties in here, we don't need to go out. We need the turbo thoughts, high speed turbo thoughts. Drop, 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 drop it like RoboCop. She brace herself and hold my stomach. Good dick could do that. She keep pushing me back. Good dick could do that. She push me back when the dick go too deep. This good dick could put your ass to sleep. Get money, 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 money. Big money, 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 money. And as far as real friends, tell all my cousins I love them. Even the one that stole the laptop, you dirty motherfucker.
I just keep on loving you, baby. And there's no one else I know can take your place.
Please, no more parties in LA. Please, Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA. No more parties in LA. Please, baby, no more parties in LA.
Let me tell you, I'm out here from a very far away place. All for a chance to be a star. Nowhere seems to be too far.